Welcome back to our conversation on canvases. This one specifically the opportunity canvas. We've gone through identifying the problems that we want to solve, the users and customers that have that particular set of problems, the solutions that exist already that can solve those problems, and then the value that the solution will provide to that customer segment. We want to get into the user metrics and adoption strategy. These play together quite well, because when we create a metric, which is a measure that we want to test to see if we're having success with this product or service. Now, the idea is that if we're not getting the appropriate user metrics showing up, then it might be an indicator that we have to stop this initiative before we spend too much money on it. And that goes to the book that Eric Rice created called Lean Startup, where he talks about if it's not going well, we're not getting the metrics, do we persevere and keep trying and on using the same tangent or same product or service and seeing if the adoption does come? Or do we pivot? Do we change direction and look at something different, attempt to solve a different problem and see if we get the adoption that way? So we're looking at how do we know that the customers are actually adopting the solution, and then what value are they placing on the solution? So let's look at one thing. In this particular instance, we could say, is this an actual delight for the customer? Let's assume that the adoption strategy that we want to use for this one is we're going to run a pilot test for this specific thing that we're developing. So it's going to be a product. It will be some sort of tracking product. And the pilot test will be perhaps we survey. The customer provides us with a 4 or 5 out of 5 on a survey. What else could we do? We could look at success stories. So from our pilot group, has a customer run into the problem where they actually lost their item and retrieved it? So again, we're thinking about the criteria that we want to measure while we're adopting or putting this into play. And for the success story, let's look at, for this particular metric, we want to look at the total number of customers that actually had an incident where they lost something. What percentage of customers actually recovered their item using this technology or this product that we created? So if we look at that and what we're attempting to achieve here, well, obviously we're going to attempt to get 100% here. Okay. And then as far as the 4 out of 5 stars on the survey, this could be questions like, was this user-friendly? Did you actually recover your stuff? Did you feel that this gave you peace of mind while using this product or service? Perhaps we're looking at 80%. We want to achieve a 4 or 5 star rating for all the customers that are actually using us during the trial period.